devastating wounds.
Okay, let's get into it. Today we are doing a deep dive on what I think might be one of the biggest strategic curveballs in Warhammer 40K.
Devastating wounds.
Devastating wounds, exactly. And we're tackling what sounds like the ultimate Hail Mary pass.
Right.
Can 2 squads of Sternguard, veterans, elite, shooters, but still just infantry, take out the Daemon Primarch Mortarion in one go?
It seems impossible on the surface.
It's like asking a couple of your best wide receivers to take down the biggest defensive tackle on the field, all by themselves.
It is, but devastating wounds is the great equalizer here. The rule itself is actually pretty simple.
Okay, so break it down for us. What is it?
When you make a wound roll, if you roll an unmodified 6 on the die...
A perfect 6, the clutch roll.
Exactly. We call that a critical wound, and that single roll is a game changer because it completely bypasses all saving throws.
All of them? You mean his 2+ armor, his 4+ invulnerable, say?
All of it. Gone. The damage just goes straight through his mortal wounds, equal to the weapon's damage value.
Wow. So that's like throwing the ball right over the entire defensive line.
And landing it directly in the end zone. Untouched. That's why it's a giant tiller.
So this is how light infantry can actually threaten a massive target like Mortarion.
Interesting.
It's the only way, really. I mean, look, the Sternguards rifles are strength 4 or 5. Mortarion is toughness 12.
So they need a 6 to wound him anyway.
They need a 6 no matter what. So this rule just makes that 6 they were already fishing for incredibly lethal. It guarantees the damage gets through.
And before we get to the dice, you have to appreciate the sheer drama here.
Oh, absolutely.
On one side, you have Mortarion, the Pale King, this terrifying winged Daemon Primarch who literally embodies decay. He's just a walking nightmare.
He is. And facing him, the Sternguard veterans, the absolute elite of the First Company.
Not close combat brutes, right?
No, not at all. They're masters of ranged warfare, surgical precision. They represent that cold, calm professionalism against, impossible odds.
So let's set the table for this fight. We have 20 Sternguard in total.
2 squads of 10, 16 bolt rifles, and 4 heavy bolters. 60 shots in total.
And they're using all their tricks. They've got Oath of Moment to re-roll their hits.
And, crucially, Sternguard focus.
They have rapid fire. So 2 attacks and rapid fire.
Which lets them re-roll their wound rolls.
So they're just digging for those 6s. They get to roll and re-roll just to find that perfect number.
That is the entire strategy. It's not about raw power. It's about maximizing the probability of scoring those critical wounds.
Okay, so with all that dice manipulation, what's the damage look like? What do we actually expect to happen?
Well, statistically, you're going to fish out about 15 critical wounds from that volley.
15. That sounds like a lot.
It is. And because of the mix of weapons, those 15 crits convert into 19 mortal wounds.
But Mortarion isn't helpless. He has one last defense, right?
He does. His 5+ feel no pain. He gets to roll for every point of damage, and on a 5 or a 6, he just ignores it.
So he'll probably shrug off about a third of that. Maybe 6 ones.
About 6, yeah. Which means the final damage that gets through is approximately 13 wounds.
13 wounds on a 16 wound model. In one turn. From basic infantry.
It's a massive blow. He's left barely standing.
Okay, now for the really important question. What would happen if they didn't have devastating wounds?
And that's the key. That's what you need to understand. Without that rule, Mortarion's 2+ save would block almost everything.
So the damage would drop from 13 to... what?
Down to about 4 wounds, maybe. The rule makes all the difference.
That's a staggering difference. So what are the actual odds here? The chances they take him off the board completely.
The calculated probability for these Sternguard to inflict 16 or more damage and destroy him in this one perfect salvo, it's between 35 and 40%.
Are you serious? 4 times out of 10, they just delete him.
Pretty much. And without devastating wounds, that chance is, it's effectively 0.
And let's talk points value. Mortarion's 380 points. The Sternguard are 400.
A very even trade, points-wise.
But the Sternguard are also amazing for controlling the board. They have 20 objective control to Mortarion 6. So devastating wounds turns this flexible unit into a cost-effective Titan killer.
It's the perfect example of why you need to read the fine print. Understanding how a single 6 on a die can bypass an entire defensive profile. That's a key to mastering this game.
Absolutely. Which leaves a great question for you all to think about. What other high toughness, high save behemoths out there are secretly vulnerable to a stream of fire that just needs that one perfect throw, that single critical wound, to find the weak spot. Something to chew on until the next deep dive.
Yeah, like a title or something. Nice.